Here we go. Welcome to the Team Butterfly Effect All Hands Call. It is a Friday, October 9th, and I'm so happy to end this week with you guys. It's the beginning of October. We're not even a third of the way through the month, and I know we already have people who've signed up new coaches, people who have sold challenge packs, and so shout out to those of you who are on the ball of helping people this month. And guys, I know that this can be kind of a tricky time of year because we're like literally, it's like officially fall, right? It's October, it's officially fall. Depending upon if you're like Eric, it probably feels more fall in the Northeast than it does for us in Texas, whom it was 93 degrees here today. Or maybe it was that yesterday, but so it doesn't quite feel as much like fall here. But the beautiful part about it is that the month of October is still the month where people are not using the excuse it's the holiday season. Okay, because people haven't made that mental shift, right? It's Halloween where people make that mental shift into the holidays. Not saying that other people don't worry about their fitness during the holidays, but people haven't made that mental shift. So the key is right now, guys, the key is planting seeds. Planting seeds, because how this business works is what you're doing right now will be reflected in 3 months. It is the law of the harvest. It's the law of nature, guys. You plant seeds, you tend the seeds, you water the seeds, and then you harvest the fruit, right? You don't plant and then the next week you pull it out. If you have seeds that do that, I want some of your seeds. Will you share those seeds with me? Because I haven't ever found any seeds that I can just put in the earth and out pop something the next month. Why am I sharing that with you guys? It's January, that literally health and fitness companies, organizations, gym make all their money to pay the bills first quarter. A gym, literally 24-hour fitness, those gyms, they they live on first quarter money all year. So the whole thing is guys, are you going to be in people's minds come the turn of the calendar when they're thinking health and fitness? Is that going to be you? Maybe they didn't buy from you in October, November, December, but they will be thinking about you in January. However, just to kind of give you a game plan, what I'm marketing for and how I'm doing this right now, maybe I've shared it, maybe I haven't. But 3-day refresh is on sale right now, and so that is a prime product for people to use right after Thanksgiving. And so I encourage people to get whatever they're interested in October, start their wellness plan, start their wellness regimen in at the beginning of November, whatever that, maybe they're doing a 21-day fix, maybe they're doing PIO, maybe they're doing something else through the beginning of November, and then they have the 3-day refresh right after Christmas, or right after Thanksgiving, to do those to clean up their bodies. However, guys, this is when we're getting into the fun stuff. So let me share with you what's coming. If you've been plugged in, hey, Nicole, if you've been plugged in, I'm going to put you on mute for just a little bit. If you've been plugged into the Team B page, you've seen some of the stuff that's going on. Amanda, my coach, is actually at leadership right now, which I have every intention of being at the next leadership, because I'll be 2-star the next time and be able to be invited. Woo! Next week, guys, it's coming. It's like next week. Jill and I are so close. But anyway, so she's at leadership, and they announce all the new cool stuff at the big events, the big live events. So I'm going to share my screen. So just in case any of you have not been on the Team B page today, I just want to share with you guys some of the stuff that's coming. Okay, so here, let me scan down first. So all the stuff. This one right here. Introducing Cafe Latte Shakeology. That's going to be our next Shakeology flavor. It's going to be Cafe Latte. I can't tell you if it's going to be vegan or if it's going to be whey, but my guess from looking at the pictures, it's probably going to be vegan is my guess, just because it has the white background. You generally, how Beachbody does their marketing is anything with the white background. The white is the vegan, and anything with the black background is usually the whey. Don't quote me on that, but that's my guess. But brand new Shakeology flavor. So exciting. And let's scan down. Okay, so what's coming, guys? What's coming? Hammer and chisel is coming. Woohoo! So let me see, where did I put that slide? Let's go down this way. Maybe someone commented and it got bumped up to the top. Okay, here it is. So hammer and chisel, if you haven't seen that. So hammer and chisel is our next program that we're releasing. You can see start launching on Team Beachbody on Tuesday, December 1st. So what is hammer and chisel? Autumn Calabrese and Sagi Body Beast, Sagi Clev have come together. I hope I said that right. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. I think it's Clev. Have combined together to make the program Hammer and Chisel. It's for men and women both alike. So as you can see, there's going to be a 1-week Team Beachbody exclusive. So what does it mean if it's a Team Beachbody exclusive? Well, if you're not aware, if you haven't noticed, you can buy Beachbody products from other people than Beachbody coaches, right? You can get it from Amazon. I think you can get it from eBay. Like, there's a couple different places, because to ensure that Beachbody is not a network marketing scheme, they have to have so many storefronts, right? So what that means is, so the very first week in December, people will only be able to get hammer and chisel from Beachbody coaches. Okay, so it will not be offered on Amazon. It will not be offered on any other mode for that first week except for Beachbody coaches. So as you can see, the base kit's going to be $90. The deluxe kit's going to be $179. You'll be able to get the challenge pack for $160, which I'm really excited that they're going to start it at that price point, or the performance pack for $160, which is all of the performance lines with the workout program. I really wish they would do a challenge pack, though, that had the performance line and Shakeology all together. I know that would probably be an expensive package, but I know personally I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to do the whole line whenever I do hammer and chisel. Okay, so guys, this is so exciting. Our next Beachbody program that they're launching, it's a Tony Horton workout after hammer and chisel. It's going to be the new Tony Horton workout. It's called 22-minute hardcore. I watched a video on it earlier. From my technical difficulties we had last week, I won't try to show another video, but I highly encourage, like, my guess is you'll probably be able to go onto YouTube now and be able to find it. I mean, they launch stuff so quick, but it's Tony Horton's mode. Like, this is like how military people work out. Okay, so it's the idea of taking like basic training and boot camp to your house. This is really exciting for people who are like interested in joining the Army and joining the military, who need to get to a certain fitness level before they can do it, to get prepared for boot camp. This is also really excited for those vets who, it's kind of like the glory days, going back to the old glory days of boot camp. You hear about old football players talking about the old years they used to play high school or college football, right? So it's kind of like taking it back to the old glory days. 22 minutes, and Tony Horton on there said that it's all to a cadence. So it's very much like basic training. And it's going to be launching in March of 2016, which is exciting because it's going to give us something. Hammer and Chisel will come out in December, so it will give us something a couple months after that to launch. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you as far as news. So now we're going to get into the meat of today's call. And I asked all of you to come to the table with your most prominent objection. When you talk to people about Beachbody, What is their most prominent objection? Because today we're going to practice. If you've been with me before and you've been with me for a while, we've done this before. It's called feel, felt, found. So what is that? It is, it's a sales tool. And I know I hate to use the word sales with what we do, because we share, we're passionate, we inspire, but bottom line, I mean, someone has to pay for our product, so we are selling it as well. And there is a psychology behind sales, is people want to know that you have identified, that you are identified with what they are feeling, that you have felt that too, and what your experience has been to overcome that. So as we go through all of these, I want you to share what your biggest objection has been, and then we're going to have someone else within the group practice feel, felt, found with that. So I will go first. I'm going to let one of you guys share what yours is, and then I'll address it. Okay, and so we'll do that. So I'm going to ask Tara. I'm going to take Tara off of mute. Tara, what is the most common objection you hear?
That's really expensive.
That's really expensive. Okay, so I'll address that. So if someone just said that's really expensive, are you saying for Shakeology?
Challenge pack.
For a challenge pack. Okay, that's really expensive. So you're going to notice, guys, I'm going to go through the feel, felt, found. Listen for those, okay? Tara, I completely understand how you feel. I felt that way at the beginning too. I really thought Beachbody products were really expensive. To be honest with you, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever drink Shakeology. I mean, it's a protein shake that is $130. Like, I never thought that I would be willing to spend that much money on a protein shake. However, what I found to be true was that as far as the quality of Shakeology is, you really get what you pay for. Um, as far as the level of protein and all of the different micronutrients in it. I mean, because before I was on Shakeology, when I would just use random protein shakes, I would also take a multivitamin. I would have to be very mindful of exactly what I was eating every day. And I'm going to be really real here. I was also on laxatives because I had IBS. And so what I found was that with Shakeology, I was able to get in all of my nutrition and wasn't having to buy a whole lot of different products to supplement that shake that only had protein in it. So I wasn't having to add a whole lot of stuff to it. And I also found myself pooping daily, which I had never done my entire life before. And if I break it down to 130 a day, what comes out to 130 a day. 130 broken down over a month comes to about $4 a day. So personally, I'm happy to pay $4 a day to get to poop. But as far as the means of a challenge pack, I understand whenever you see that big number at first, that can seem a little bit overwhelming. But when you think about, Shakeology is only Shakeology is $130. And the majority of our workout programs are a minimum of $50 to $100, that for only $10 to $20 to $40 more, you're able to get a top of the line workout program right along with it. So what I found to be true is that I actually end up saving money buying them bundled together than purchasing them individually. I hope that helps. So that's kind of going along the ideas of feel. You notice I said, I know how you feel. I felt that way too. And what I found is, or was. So let's go along and let's practice a couple more. So Now I'm going to have, actually, I'm going to keep Tara off of mute. And I'm going to take Eric off mute. Eric, I want you to throw out at Tara what has been your most common objection.
I don't have time to work out. I have too much stuff going on in my life.
I totally can understand how you feel because I'm a single mom of 2 kids, 2 teenage girls, and I have found it super easy to put in these 30-minute. I found that 21-day fix was the easiest for me because it's only 30 minutes, and I was able to add that to me, to my daily ritual after running or before running all these kids around. Sorry.
That sounds good. Where'd I sign up?
Great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, awesome. So I know Katie just jumped on, so I want to share with her what we're doing. We're talking about what we're doing is we're taking our most common objections and we're practicing a common sales strategy, which is it's called feel, felt, found, which you identify with the person that how they feel, okay, and then you share with them that you felt that way too, and then you share with what you have found to be true. So Katie's actually my neighbor, and she was over at the house earlier and shared with me what her most common objection is. And I actually want to be the one to tackle that one because it's a pretty tricky one. Okay, so I'm going to have her go next, and then I'll have Nicole share hers, and then I'll have Eric practice on Nicole's. Okay. So Katie, go ahead and share with the group what your most common objection has been. Katie, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Katie? Because I can hear what's going on in Katie's house, but obviously she can't hear me. She's looking for something. Maybe I don't know. Okay, maybe she's looking for a headset. Oh, this is so funny. She's like, yeah, that's what she's doing. So I can totally hear Katie. Let's see. Can you hear us? Can you hear me, Katie? Can you hear me, Katie? Katie, can you hear me? No, I don't think Katie can hear us. Okay. So, can you hear us? Can you hear me? Yes? Give me a nod. Okay, we can't hear you, but I could hear you earlier before you were plugged in. So just unplug for just a second and share with them what your most common objection was, because then I'm going to tackle it. And then you can plug back in and you can listen, okay?
Okay, so the problem I have been faced with is that people keep asking me why I would join this pyramid scheme. And everyone's just like, oh, so you fell for another pyramid and whatnot. And that's just been the main thing that people object to joining Beachbody.
Okay, awesome. So you can plug back in to listen now. If you need to plug back in to listen, you can. Okay, so I'm going to take that one. And here we go. So I understand, Katie. I understand how you feel. I felt that way too. And the reason why I felt that way was because I was actually involved in several other multi-level marketing or network marketing programs before I ever got involved with Beachbody. I was involved with Quickstar, which is in essence Amway. I was involved with a couple other ones that I can't even remember their names. It's been so long ago. And to be honest with you, when I was involved with those programs, I ended up spending more money than I ever made. I ended up spending more money than was really worth on any of the products. And so whenever I was introduced to Beachbody, Jacob and my parents were so adamant against me joining that honestly, I was introduced to Beachbody in 2008, but never became a coach until 2009. So it took me over a year to become a coach. But what I found as I did my research over that year is, first of all, I mean, every single company out there is a pyramid. Every company is a pyramid, right? There's a CEO, there are VPs, there's managers, there's employees. Every single company is a pyramid. So what's the difference between a pyramid scheme and just a regular company, a regular corporation. Well, how it is there really is an association that monitors direct selling associations like Beachbody, other direct sales, or Cincy and Advocare and all of those, right? But there is actually an organization, a direct sales organization that regulates, and they have a set of rules that determine whether a company is a scheme or whether it is a legit business. And what identifies a scheme is that the majority of the money earned by the company is based on people's sign-up fee. So you hear of a lot of these businesses where people pay like $500 to $1,000, several $1,000s to get started with like the base kit for that company, and then they have to have so much inventory every month, where they're required to order a certain amount every month. Okay, those are schemes. What makes Beachbody different is you can order Beachbody products outside of the network. Like, you can go to Amazon, you can call the infomercial. You can obtain our products without going through a coach. Okay, so that's what makes it not a scheme, is because there are other ways out there to get it. All we are is we get paid a commission, just the same as, say, if a storefront. So say if you go into Walmart and you buy product off of Walmart shelves, do you not think that Walmart doesn't get a cut? Walmart gets a cut because they're carrying the product. Just like me as a coach now, I'm sharing the product with you. I'm telling you about it. I'm the one marketing it to you. So therefore, I get paid to market it to you. But you buying that product from me, like, I don't make the majority of my money from getting you signed up. To sign up as a coach, you didn't pay anything. You bought a challenge pack, you bought some Shakeology, and you bought a workout program, and then it was waived. So literally, what makes Beachbody different is that you are not paying to be a part of the network. In essence, you're paying for product, and you just happen to get a discount on it because you made that further investment and you made that choice. So I completely understand. I felt that way too, but as I did my research, I found that Beachbody has the highest moral integrity when it comes to all of our products and the way we do business. So I would say, if you've had a bad experience with a network marketing company in the past, then do your research as to how they did business. And I bet what you're going to find is they didn't follow all of those rules that Beachbody follows in order to keep us a legit network marketing business. So I hope that helps you. Okay, so that's how I would answer that one. So the next objection, we're going to have Nicole share hers, and Eric is going to tackle it. So Nicole, share with us your most prominent objection.
Okay. I would say, let me think. Now is not a good time.
Now is not a good time.
I'm too busy.
You're too busy. Too busy. Okay, Eric, tackle too busy.
I felt the same way when I was approached by one of my friends about Beachbody, and I thought about it for a while, and I decided that I needed to do this for myself, because I felt that I needed to make a change. I was overweight. I needed to lose weight, and this was a perfect opportunity for me to tackle that chore. So I decided to sign, grabbed a challenge pack, and the rest is history. I've been on the Beachbody now for a little over a year. I've been feeling great. I've lost over 50 pounds, and I've kept it off for 3 years now. So I would say anybody that has 10 to 15 minutes a day can lose weight. So you always have 10 to 15 minutes. People are on Facebook for 30 minutes to an hour a day, if not longer. So you have time to exercise. So you're never too busy.
That's good.
I like it. I like it.
Or Aubrey,
Huh?
I have a question for you. What
Yep.
about now that the holidays are coming up? Do you get that as an excuse?
As far as
Like,
I'm too busy because
because
the
the
holidays.
holidays, maybe starting January, you know?
Yep. Okay, so I'll tackle that one for you. So if someone would say, I can't right now because it's the holidays and money is tight, okay, would it be because of money or would it be because of time, do you think, Nicole?
I would say time.
Time?
Busyness,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll tackle both so you can see how I do. Okay. So if it goes into time with the holidays. Okay. I completely understand. I felt that way too. But what I found to be true for me personally is that I am so much more productive when I give myself those 30 minutes of me time every day because I know like the to-do list is like a freaking mile long during the holidays. We have so much stuff to do, but in the grand scheme of it all, your logical mind knows that when you exercise, you get more energy. So you just have to make a mental shift and remind yourself that this workout is going to actually end up giving you more time in the long run because it's going to give you more energy to tackle all the things that are the most important to you during this time of year. And
Okay.
and yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, so then if they talk though about money during this time of year, this is what I would say. I completely understand. I felt that way too. Right now, I'm totally in the midst of saving money for my kids' Christmas, and I say it quiet. I have little kids in the house. Saving money for Christmas, and but the I felt that way too as far as budgeting and so on. But what I found to be true is that everybody in my house is a whole lot happier when mama's happy and when daddy's happy. Okay, when the adults are happy in the house, everything else runs more smoothly. And you making the decision to invest some of that Christmas money in your health and wellness is not only going to make the vibe around your house more positive through the holidays, but it's also going to ensure you that you're taking care of yourself so you're able to take care of everybody else around you. That said, I know we as for those of us who are parents, it can be hard to prioritize our own health and well-being. So what a great time to ask your spouse for a Christmas present. Ask him for his Christmas present. This can be your Christmas present for yourself, is to go ahead and take advantage of the sales that we have now. You may not have the time to get the workouts in right now, but then you'll have it for the first of the year when all of the challenge groups start and you're ready to hit the ground running. So you can take advantage of the sale right now. Use the word sale during the holidays, right? And people, that helps people's minds. So so what else, guys? What other objections do we get? I know we're pretty much at time, but I wanna tackle any of them if you guys have any
I have another one.
more. Okay.
I get a lot of people that will say, oh, I want to do the workout, but the Shakeology is too expensive, so I'll find something else that's compatible.
Okay, I love that one. I love that one. Okay, so this isn't going to be just feel, felt, found. Okay, I like to be interactive with this one. So, Nicole, why are you interested in the workout in the first place? Just like for a second, Nicole, role playing with me. Make yourself into a different character in your mind. Think of someone in your head and play that character. Okay, so Why are you thinking about doing the workout program in the first place?
To lose weight,
Why do you want to lose weight?
to feel better about myself,
Why do you want to feel better about yourself?
because it makes me more happy.
Okay,
Have
so
more energy.
if it makes you more happy and it makes you more energy, I got a question. Do you want guaranteed results?
Yes.
Did you realize I cannot guarantee you results unless you do the program the way it's meant to be?
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I completely understand how you're feeling right now as far as the financial investment is concerned. But you've told me it's really important for you to get those results because you haven't been feeling very great about yourself. And the beautiful thing about Beachbody is anytime you do the program the way it's laid out, meaning the workout program with Shakeology, you are guaranteed results. Literally, you're guaranteed results or you get your money back. If you do this program and you do it with some other product, I cannot guarantee you results. At the end of your program, if you did not get results, and you come back to me and you're not happy, I'm going to feel really bad about it, but I cannot guarantee them for you. So if you are hell-bent on getting amazing results, I would suggest you do the program the way it's laid out, because here's the beautiful thing is it comes with a 100% money back guarantee. If I told you that if you weren't satisfied at the end that you got all of your money back, would that make you feel better inside?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
That's good.
Good. Yeah. Oh, and a quick other thing. Let me throw this out here before we're completely done. I just need to throw this out here. Tara asked about she threw hers out about wanting to talk about the value of the challenge pack. This is the other item that I always throw in for the value of the challenge pack. If people are talking about how much it costs, this is the next thing I would say, is the beautiful thing about buying a challenge pack is anytime you buy a challenge pack, you have the option at any time to upgrade to become a discount member for no cost. So if you were to go ahead and make the investment in the 21-day fixed challenge pack, and if in 6 months you decide that you would love to be able to get a discount on Shakeology because you made that investment originally, you can then not have to pay anything to be able to upgrade and save $15 a month. So buying them in a bundle instead of separate gives you the opportunity later, if you want to save even more money. So that's something that I use as well to add a little bit extra value, is the discount coaching opportunity on top of it. So any more else before you got my time and my energy? Anything else? No? Okay. Well, I hope that served you guys. My biggest thing is anytime you're sending out invites, if someone poses you with a question you can't answer, or even if it's just a question where you're like, I think I know what I would say, but I'm not for sure, please copy the response, send it to me in a Facebook message or in a text, and I will send you back a reply saying, this is what Aubrey would say. Okay, and then you can tweak it and make it yours and use it, because you are not expected to be the expert, especially if you're a new coach. Okay, you're not expected to be the expert. That's the beautiful thing about network marketing, is that anybody above you benefits from what you do. So I want you to be successful. So that means if you need help, ask me. I'm here. Okay, don't ever feel like you're bothering me. Don't ever feel like you're impeding. Just ask. I want you to be successful. Okay? Have a fantastic weekend, guys. I love you all. Remind your teams, if they weren't on the call today, share this call with your teams. If you have a team, I know most of you guys are all fairly new. Eric has a team. Share it with Shara. And Tara, I think all of your team are just in for the workouts, but maybe someday they'll want to watch this stuff. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, and Katie, I'm going to push stop recording.